Good morning, we're back. Charles, you want to explain exactly what we're doing here?
Well, this is a very unique situation because last year in March, this family, the previous owners of this home, came to us and they had a nightmare situation. We did a video on that back then as well.
We have clips of it, yeah.
The family was fighting, and it was $365,000 in liens. Remember that? And
how much was it?
$365,000.
$365,000 in liens.
And typically, obviously, that's a nightmare. And I ended up going to see the mayor and sat with the mayor. She handed me down, and we got it reduced down to $31,000 in liens, which obviously helped the family out a lot. We went through with the purchase. A huge project, bigger than something that we wanted to get into at that time, so we flipped it to another investor. That investor didn't realize how big of a project it was either, and has been battling through it, and as we're going to go inside, you'll see what he's done since then. From what I understand, it took him 7 big dumpsters to clean out what was in this house. And if you go back and look at our other video, you'll be able to see
there was a lot of stuff.
We couldn't even get to the whole parts of the house.
7. I thought it was maybe going to take only like 2 or 3 dumpsters. 7 dumpsters.
7 dumpsters.
That's a lot of money.
But now we have it back again. We've purchased it, and we're probably just going to give it to another investor because it's still a huge project. It's
a lot of risk, man. It's a lot of risk. It's a big property, and you know, I like plantation a lot, but you know, I don't want to be stuck with a property on the books either. And it's a
lot
big
to
deal.
do, as we're going to see when we get in here. So let's check it out.
All right, cool. And Joe's coming with us. Joe is the neighborhood.
I've never been in this house.
Knows everything about this neighborhood, by the way.
Yeah.
Joe, thank you for Joe stopped by. He saw me in front of the house, and he lives in the area, and he knows everything about the properties around here and what they're going for. And Joe's in real estate as well. He's a realtor, so he's gonna give us a little bit of his opinion of what he thinks of the property so far. What he thinks that how much money we probably have to sink into it, and how much we could resell it. So.
Every single time I've ever been here, I've had people pull up and say, "What's going on? What's going on?" Because it's on the corner in a very beautiful neighborhood, and it's been a mess for a long.
I have like 3 or 4 different cars right now.
It's been vacant for, at this point, over 12 years, which is insane.
Well, it was actually not vacant a few times because you had squatters in here.
Well, there you go.
We had people that were living in there.
Go back a couple episodes, and we have all about that squatter. Let's check it.
All right, let's see him.
Marble.
Why did they take out the marble?
I'm not sure. As you can see, it's had better days.
Yeah.
It's been a while to make it look like this.
I don't remember this at all.
This was the kitchen, and there's a major leak here, and it had actually cut. The water dripping had actually cut the cabinet down all the way. The dripping water had cut the whole counter, everything down. You can see what it's done. It's rotted everything.
This is
all
crazy.
this will have to come out. Look, you see the roof itself.
Is that fire damage or just rotted?
Water damage, right? All of that. That water's been leaking through here for 12 years. Wow. And that's what it'll do. It gets a lot worse. Look, you can see the sun coming in over here. Do you see what the family had to do to clean it up before we bought it?
Oh my God.
They have to do, Dylan. They have to do anything.
No. I mean, so he did a lot of work here. I mean, he did, the knock on stuff. So
remember, this is a 5'4", I believe, and that's not including this, which could easily be the 6th bedroom. It was a utility room. It's still set up as a utility room, but there's so many rooms in this house already.
You would just make this a bathroom?
Probably.
Just a large bathroom?
Probably let it stay as a
utility room?
I might cut it up a little bit, making the bathroom.
So it's 4 bathrooms. And it's already. I mean, obviously we don't need another bathroom.
Well, but what could be done is this. See, this is already a master here with its own bathroom that leads out. It's got a cabana bath that goes out to the pool.
Right.
But this Well, this is actually a master too, where you have like what's considered a Jack and Jill bathroom here, because you can come in from this bedroom and also from the hallway. So
Here, huh?
it's a 5th floor. And apparently one time
We could bring this all to Antique Roadshow or something. Maybe they'll, you know.
might be a couple things. There's a couple different ways you could do it. But I would probably keep that as a utility room. A house this big needs space where you can work. But clearly we've got the entire roof's got
I didn't know there was a hole in the roof.
the whole thing's got to come off. I mean, in that master, there's like 3 masters in this house.
Okay. This is a great property, though, I'm telling you right now.
Remember, this is where the possum was. And
Chase that opossum it out.
You can go back to that on the other video from last year.
All right, so let's go in here. So this is one of the, was this the master or is
No,
this?
this was just another bedroom. And
remember,
we couldn't walk in here.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta take all this stuff out, but that's fine. That's what we do.
We couldn't walk in here the last time we were here.
What do you think you'd want to put down off the floor?
Porcelain.
Porcelain, huh?
Porcelain. You have to do the whole house with porcelain.
This
Needs something really.
not very high-end.
You need
If
high.
you remember,
Yeah,
we
high-end.
couldn't.
You can't cut any corners on this one, huh?
We couldn't even get to here. This is as far as we could get in this room because it was stacked floor to ceiling.
Right.
And we never actually got into that bathroom.
Just bought it like this and kept all the stuff in here. I mean, didn't have to clean it out. But I gotta admit, this is a lot of stuff, huh?
We never even got back there. I didn't even. We thought we knew it was there, but we couldn't get to it because the outside was boarded. And look, you got so much water damage. Look at all this.
You did a lot of work though here.
Yeah, well, that's why it's still a great deal, because they spent. One of the things that they've already done is they have replaced all the windows and doors they have in a warehouse right now. Hurricane impact windows and doors that have all been made custom for this house.
Just for this house. It's sitting as storage.
$24,000 worth of them that comes with this deal. And he had all the new plans done, all the engineering plans for electrical, plumbing, structural, roof, everything. A landscaping even. That's another $4,400 that he spent on that. That also comes with this deal. So we're in good shape.
I think it's a good. I think
It's
a really good
just
deal.
a huge.
It's a lot. I mean, look, it's not for an amateur. This is for a professional.
This is not even for most professionals. This is a builder. The only guy that's going to be able to do this properly is going to be the builder.
The couple that live in LA, the blonde and that one guy out of HGTV, there's no way they're doing this house. Christina, what's her face? And Tyreek, is his name Tyreek? What's
Yeah, do you remember the? Yeah, they're split up.
He's not doing. Oh, they're split up now. Yeah, he's not doing this
Do you
job.
remember what the garage looked like?
Oh my God! How much stuff was in here?
Adriel, you can go back and mix that footage from before in here. This was to here.
Yeah, up to the ceilings.
We could bring this all to Antique Roadshow or something. Maybe they'll, you know.
Might be a couple things. Couple roof issues.
Okay.
They didn't have to get the roof fixed for it.
Wow, I don't recognize this. Joe, you don't understand how much stuff was inside of this house.
No, I can imagine what it was, but it's been sitting for so long, and it seemed like it was a storage for the people who
They were hoarders to begin with.
Yeah. It's been an eyesore even when people were living here personally, and that's been way, it has to be, this house has been in this condition maybe over 20 years.
20 years.
I would say so, because we've been here almost as long as 20 years, and this house has never been really sustainably occupied, meaning people actually taking care of the home.
Sure.
There are people in here, but they really weren't taking care of the home.
What's bizarre because it's such a nice neighborhood. You would think that if someone had inherited this property, that they would want to at least take care of it. I don't know. I mean, it's a bizarre situation.
The family was all out of town. They were
Yeah,
and there was a problem. There were so many issues with the city. They couldn't sell it. Without guys like us,
Sure.
they were unable to sell it. And that's why it worked out.
I just go recognize the problem for what what we saw last year.
In addition, we bought it in cash because you're not getting financing for this.
No, not even hard money. Not even hard money. Not even hard money. No, I couldn't call one of my hard money investors and say, "Can you lend me $300,000 to do this project?"
Yeah, can you imagine bringing him in here? Can you imagine bringing him here the day before closing? So yeah, can you loan me the money? He looks at this place like, okay, yeah, forget that. That's not happening.
I really don't understand the
Yeah, bring Bank of America in here and see what they do.
removal of the marble. I mean, this was all marble, and I would have it looks stained right here.
Right.
I would have left the marble because, first of all, the marble is flat, and to lay the porcelain on top of that would have been very easy. Now, look at what you have to do. Look what's got to be done now. You got to float this whole thing. The whole thing has to be floated. So
I like
there was a reason that I'm unaware of.
Yeah.
I mean, but I can't imagine what.
You know, though, when I look at this property, what I feel is a lot of this, the heavy labor of stripping it down to the bare bones is gone.
Yeah.
You know, so the
You know
grunt
exactly
work is
what
almost
you're dealing
gone. You got a good shell here in an excellent location in an excellent neighborhood where the homes are going anywhere from 375 to up to 5 to almost 6. So, and then you have a corner lot also.
And this is one of the larger homes.
This is one of the larger homes, and it's unique too. If you take a look and you drive in the neighborhood, you'll see there's certain builders, just by going, the houses are almost
Right.
identical, maybe flip floor plans. This is not one of them.
No, certainly.
This is definitely not
There's
one.
a lot of meat on the vote on this deal. I
Yeah.
think.
This is the days they built these when IBM and Motorola was over here.
Right.
At the campus.
Right. Now look, here's another master. This was one of my favorites.
This is killer. So the bathroom right here, they just lead out to your pool area. This is
It had all gold fixtures and black lacquered. We had a giant jacuzzi.
oh right.
Remember that?
Yeah, there's a jacuzzi there.
And,
Yeah.
it was all gold and black. It was at one time I'm sure it was spectacular.
I mean, this was the Mac
We
Daddy
couldn't
house.
get in there either. That was impossible. Look at how many roof issues. The whole thing's gonna have to come on.
A surgeon used to live here.
And then once we go upstairs, there's a whole nother house upstairs.
Right. This is just crazy. I mean,
I think it's a 2-1
2-1.
upstairs, completely separate with a separate entrance.
yeah.
With the
There's a lot of labor involved to get it this way. I don't think people really realize the amount of time and labor it takes to get it to this
for a
point.
month or more, full time, if that's what they were doing. All of this had to be. I mean, this is major work. And if you go back, you'll see what it looked like. And you know how many times have we opened up a wall and you find this,
Right.
find
The studs
this,
rotted. Yeah.
and then you realize every time you open something up, you've got another.
Well, at least
another-
it's open now.
right, and that's a big plus.
There's no surprises.
You want to go outside?
Yeah.
I didn't bring my baby.
Joe, this is crazy, huh?
I'm excited.
You should have seen it when we first walked into it last year.
Oh my god. They just left it like that for us. I know. This is a killer house, but but they just left it in disarray. But that's fine. We bought it this way. Yeah.
The family lives out of state, so this is an inherited house. Well, you will.
But the tadpole's still in the pool?
Well, there was actual fish. And I didn't know when we were here last time filming a year ago. There were tadpoles and things swimming around, and I didn't realize until I looked closer that there was a fish that was this big swimming around, and I've never seen that.
What's it eating?
There's lots to eat. Look at it. I bet you he's still in there. You know how that happens?
The Loch Ness
How
Monster.
fish get in here? You know?
No, I don't.
The birds eat the fish and poop out the fish
Come
with the eggs. I'm not kidding. That's how do you think lakes get? I mean, they stock some of them, but that's how things like this. Pretty
I
nice.
mean, it took a long time to make it look this way. This is not even a few years. This is
See, they started to do something here too. I don't know what this is about. That's new. That wasn't there. So killer, beautiful yard. The roof is obviously, I mean, Adriel, you gotta come out here and take a look at this. maybe we'll do a little fishing. Look at that roof.
Oh man.
About as bad as it gets right there. Can you imagine living here
Oh man.
and looking at this in your backyard for
Right.
15 years?
You're screwed. You're not being able to sell your own property at that
Yeah,
point.
It's taken away from everything. That's why the city was willing to work with us, because it's been a problem. And it's on a major road. People drive, everybody in the neighborhood
Yeah.
knows this house.
The best part about our business is getting rid of red tape. This is literally
This is
what red
more
tape
red
is all
tape.
about. Because this is a
More
problem.
red
This was a
tape
problem
than
for the
anything.
neighborhood. I mean, you can't have a house staying in this condition the whole entire time.
Let's check out the upstairs. Gotta be careful up here.
Let's go get a bank appraisal. See if they'll loan us the money for the
The floor is there's nails. You gotta be careful where you're walking. And it's not that stable up here either.
I'll let you guys go first.
Oh shit! There it is.
Oh God.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
That's a big old tomcat right
Came
there.
straight
boy.
for us.
It's a big old tomcat. All right, so clearly you see what we're dealing with up here. Be really careful where you step, because I don't want you to end up in the first floor. On the floor, in the first floor.
This is a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I don't really need to go. But this is a whole nother house, separate from the rest of the house. It's large. Got a
So
big-
what room is this? It's just
two bedrooms, or a bedroom
like an
and a
in-law
living room. Huh?
Yeah, an in-law suite.
for
Yeah.
sure. And
Hell,
see,
man.
there are parts of the roof that are still okay, but there's just so much damage. I don't know how you just do half of it. You gotta, I mean, look, you're just looking at the sky back there too, and that's what's gone down. That opening back there that you see the sun, that's what's gone down and into the kitchen. That's that corner of the kitchen. You see, it's gone through the roof, through the floor, through the kitchen.
What caused all the damage?
Neglect and weather.
Weather, hurricanes, just neglect. It doesn't look like any
It's almost
fire, but
all weather. It's just all weather.
you got, of course, we're in Florida, so you're gonna have, you're gonna have wood ants, and you're gonna have termites. You're gonna have those. You have those in almost every home in Florida. I don't care what anybody
Yeah.
says, because I can see remnants of it
Yeah,
there.
there's termite droppings.
But overall, you're gonna have to replace that wood anyways, regardless whether it was termites or not.
Right.
So after the whole project, you probably want to put a tent on it. It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot, all right.
For a piece of
Yeah,
land.
you got to look at a lot of termite droppings.
Yeah. I've noticed, especially if you take a look at the board over there. See?
Yep.
Oh, see what happens is once water gets in with wood, that's the termites and the wood
Termites
ants
pull.
go to it because it's wet.
Easier for them to eat it.
Yeah, it's wet and they like it. Kind of like dipping
Yeah, look here.
toast in water.
Look. Remember?
Oh no!
Last house? Look. Look at that.
It's all for all
Look at
this.
that. It's nothing but paper. Look at that. There's no actual wood inside. They ate it all. Look at that.
In this area, Plantation, Sunrise, and Davie, very few homes are termite free. Even CBS, and this is CBS here, I believe.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Very few are termite free.
Well, these are probably the worst termites you can have, right? I mean,
Well, the subterranean
Drains
are
are
the worst
worse,
ones,
yes.
and they're just unbelievable. They'll shred the whole house. Yeah, it's pretty bad too.
Yeah.
Well, it's unchecked. It was unchecked, left unchecked forever. And that's what happens.
we paid what? How much did we pay for this property? It was $250.
We bought it.
That guy got a
we-
great deal.
we
$250.
bought
He
it
sold this
for
place. This place the
$250.
way it was, $250. Man, he got a good
We
deal.
bought it for $250, sold it for $285 in a day or two,
Okay, so we sold to the investors.
and now we
right?
just bought it back a year later.
It's a great. I think it's a really good deal. I mean, but I mean, we got it at a good deal. But again,
And he's
the
still-
owner got a
he's
really
still
good
in-
deal from this property.
The
$250.
guy we bought it, well, the guy we sold it to, and that we just bought it from, again, is still making a ton of money. Of him just holding this and paying taxes. Oh, he just paid the taxes too. So, I mean, probably breaking even.
what do we got going on next week?
Next week, well, hopefully we'll have the apartment building back.
I know, it's killing me. All I want is this multifamily deal. No one's gonna know about it. I'm not gonna tell you exactly how many units it is.
It's been going on for a long time, and we've been right there,
and I'm not
then
flipping
we're not
it.
there, and then we're right there.
No
and
one's
then we're
getting. I'm not
there.
flipping it. No one's getting that deal. We're keeping that deal. I'm collecting the rents. You know, this is, and I'm gonna do value add. We're gonna put some money into it, separate the parcels, and we're gonna crush it. That's gonna be a great property, man.
I can't wait.
I'm stoked.
So that's next week.
Next week. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and have a great one. All right.
See
Thanks,
you
guys.
next time.